Let's be real for a second. Have you ever been in a conversation where you just knew the other person wasn't really listening? Or maybe you've been on the other side, nodding along, but your mind is just a million miles away. Well, today, we're going to unlock a skill that can literally transform every single relationship you have. We're talking about active listening. So let's dive in and figure out how to become the kind of listener that everyone actually wants to talk to.
All right, let's kick things off with a quick question for you. When you think about your closest friends, what do you value most? Is it someone who offers help, makes you laugh, someone who's super honest, or is it someone who is just a really, really good listener? Go ahead, take a second and think about which one you'd pick.
I'm willing to bet that a whole lot of you landed on number 5. We all crave that feeling of being genuinely heard, of being understood. But here's the kicker, and this is really the core of what we're talking about today. While we all desperately want a good listener in our lives, how many of us can honestly, hand on heart, say that we are that person for others?
Yeah, that little gap, the one between wanting a good listener and being a good listener, that's exactly what we're going to tackle. Because here's the thing, listening isn't just about letting sound waves hit your eardrums. Nope, real, powerful listening is an active skill. It's the secret weapon that can seriously level up your communication game in every part of your life.
So what is it exactly? Well, here's the official breakdown. Active listening is the skill of fully concentrating on what someone is saying. It's the huge difference between just passively hearing the words and actually engaging with the speaker's complete message. Their tone, their body language, the whole package.
Let's really break this down. Passive hearing? Come on, we've all done it. You're distracted, maybe you're scrolling on your phone while they're talking. It's a one-way street, and you're basically just waiting for them to take a breath so you can jump in with your own story. But active listening, that's totally different. It's a focused, two-way dialogue. Your main goal isn't to talk, it's to truly understand.
I absolutely love this way of looking at it. Think of active listening like a skill point in a video game. The more you consciously practice it, the more you invest in it, the more you level up your relationship stat. It's not some magic talent you're born with, it's a skill that you build, one conversation at a time.
So how do we start earning those skill points? Well, that brings us to the really practical part. Your very own active listening toolkit. We're going to break down 5 core techniques that you can start using like today.
All right, here are the 5 essential tools for your new listening toolkit. We've got encouraging, clarifying, restating, reflecting, and summarizing. Let's dig into each one so you know exactly how and when to use them. First up is encouraging. So imagine a friend is kind of hesitant to share something with you. Encouraging is all about using those small signals, like nodding or saying, "I see," or even just asking, "Can you tell me more about that?" The key here is you're not agreeing or disagreeing. You're just creating a safe space that says, "Hey, keep going, I'm here."
Next in the toolkit is clarifying. This is your best defense against making assumptions. So let's say your boss says, "I need that report ASAP." Instead of guessing, clarifying is you asking, "Just so I'm clear, does ASAP mean in the next hour, or is by the end of the day okay?" See, it stops misunderstandings before they can even start.
Tool number 3, restating. This is where you basically paraphrase what you heard back to them. So if your partner says, "I'm just so swamped with all the chores lately," you can restate by saying, "So it sounds like you're feeling like the workload at home is pretty unbalanced right now." It's a super simple way to check in and show you're really trying to get it right.
Okay, now we're moving into reflecting. And this is where the real connection happens. Reflecting isn't about the facts. It's all about the feelings. So if a friend says, "I just can't believe they gave the promotion to someone else," you reflect their emotion by saying something like, "Wow, that sounds incredibly disappointing." You're showing them you get it on an emotional level.
And finally, we have summarizing. Think of this as the grand finale of the conversation. After they've talked for a while, you just pull it all together. You say, "Okay, so it sounds like the main problems are the tight deadline and the small budget, and you're feeling really stressed about both. Did I get all that right?" It's the ultimate proof that you are with them from start to finish.
Okay, so that's the how. But you might be wondering, why go through all this effort? Well, let's talk about the payoff, because the benefits of active listening are a genuine two-way street. It makes the conversation better for everyone involved. So for you, the listener, the perks are huge. First, you actually find out what's really going on, what the other person truly needs or is concerned about. And second, you are actively showing that you care and that you respect their point of view, even if you don't agree with it. And that simple act of respect, that's the bedrock of trust right there. And for the person talking, man, the feeling is incredible. They feel respected, they feel cared for. But here's the really cool part you might not expect. Being actively listened to actually helps the speaker clarify their own thoughts and feelings. Seriously, sometimes you don't even know what you really think until you say it out loud to someone who is truly listening.
All right, let's bring all this home and turn this knowledge into action. Think of this next part as your first quest in leveling up your communication skills. We're going to do some simple, straightforward do's and don'ts to get you started on the right foot.
Your do list is simple, but it's so powerful. Actually listen, look them in the eyes, ask good questions, let them finish their thought. And maybe the biggest one of all, resist those distractions. Put the phone down. Just be there.
And the don'ts? These are just as important. Do not interrupt. Don't play the blame game. Don't jump in with advice nobody asked for. And please, try to avoid those killer words like always and never. They're absolute conversation stoppers.
So, I'll leave you with this one last thing to think about. The next time you walk into a conversation, ask yourself, what's my goal here? Am I here to be a fixer and solve their problem for them? Or am I here to be a partner and simply understand it with them? Because that choice between being a fixer and being a partner, well, it changes everything.